219 News Now is brought to you by the South Shore Line and by Strachan Van Til, making lives easier for 95 years.
I'm Andrew Garcia, and this is your 219 News Now. A Calumet City man, Brian Guerrero, was arrested after a high-speed pursuit on I-80 early Monday, Indiana State Police reported. Guerrero is facing multiple charges, including 2 felony counts of resisting law enforcement with a vehicle. The incident began around 12:40 a.m. when a state trooper observed 2 vehicles racing at high speeds eastbound on I-80 near Burr Street. Guerrero allegedly turned off his headlights and accelerated to 150 miles per hour before being apprehended without incident. Further investigation revealed that Guerrero was wearing a GoPro camera that recorded the chase, according to ISP. The Duneland School Board has approved a $95 million budget for 2026, with allocations including $44.8 million for education, $23.5 million for operations, $15.2 million for debt service, and $11.75 million for the operating referendum fund. The budget covers teacher salaries, instructional expenses, transportation, building maintenance, non-teaching staff salaries, administrators' pay, and long-term debt obligations. The decision was made during a brief special meeting on Monday night. Books A Million is planning a grand opening at its new location across US 30 from the South Lake Mall, which it's moving out of after 14 years. The Alabama-based bookseller is relocating across the street to the crossings at Hobart Outdoor Mall on the north side of US 30. Books A Million is planning a ribbon-cutting ceremony with Hobart Mayor Josh Huddleston for 11:30 a.m. on October 31st at its new location. The grand opening celebration will include a storytime meet and greet with Princess Belle, face painting, a balloon artist, and local author signings from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Gift cards will be drawn for $100 and $500 prizes. And in sports, IU is 7-0 in back-to-back seasons for the first time ever. The Hoosiers welcome in UCLA, who is playing much more inspired football since Deshaun Foster was fired earlier this year. The Bruins have won 3 straight, with their most recent victory coming over Maryland. The voice of IU, Don Fischer, says that this is another game Indiana cannot afford to overlook.
I can't tell you what the scenario is at UCLA in the sense of how things have turned out, except that this. They always have had talent at UCLA. They have some of the best athletes in the world in the state of California and all the surrounding states down there, and they have always taken advantage of that. And they had a good football team last year when Indiana played them out there in the first time that we saw UCLA against IU in football. They had a good team from a talent perspective. They just didn't have the right coach and the right understanding of the concepts of what they were doing. Indiana went out there and kicked their butt. They're going to come in here and they're going to feel the same way that Indiana felt going to UCLA last year, and they haven't forgotten that ball game, trust me, and they've got really good players on this football team.
To read up on more local news and headlines, visit JEDtv.com and NWI.com. I'm Andrew Garcia, and this has been your 219 News Now.